You used to
Well, now
at
you can make up the
school.
week of school that you missed by doing math.
Ew, but she said I don't have to do it because I did it last year and the year before that.
What was it?
Stupid fractions.
Okay. So, Tom has $403. He spends $96. How much does he have left? Can you estimate it?
So I can't use a pencil?
No, you just have to estimate.
Okay, big numbers. Minus.
So he has $403, and he spends $96. About how much does he have left?
300.
300? Okay. Can you write that down on your paper? Okay. So how were you thinking about this problem to find the estimate? You have to talk super loud so I can hear you.
Because when I learned this in like 5th grade, just rounded to the nearest. If it was under 5, it's below, and if it's over 5, it's above.
Okay.
So that's how I estimated that.
Okay, so can you tell me the steps that you took to get your 100? Like the exact steps in your head that you took. So you said you rounded. What number did you round first?
403 to 400.
And then what did you round 96 to?
100.
Okay. And then what did you do?
I subtracted. I got 300.
Okay. So, without a pencil and a paper, how could you find the exact number? Not an estimation, but the exact number.
Subtracted in my head using my finger.
Using your fingers? Okay. Show me how you would do that.
I usually draw on my desk because those are really old desks, so it kind of goes like that. But these aren't scratchable,
So, but what other ways besides scratching it on a desk or writing it down how could you figure it out?
if I was smart,
You're smart, Emily. Shut up.
I'm not really smart. I only get 3s and 4s.
Yeah, okay, that's
And
good.
2s.
That's okay.
But then I get grounded. But anyway, I could do it in my head if I was smart. Why can't you invert Christian? He can do this.
Because I want to interview you.
What? You could think of it in your head.
But how? How would you think about it in your head?
You would do 403 if that was the number, and then you'd write 96 under it, and draw a line, and then a minus line, and then you would do the problem.
But how would you do it in your head without touching? Like, say you had no hands at all. You had both of your hands are broken. You can't touch anything. How would you solve the problem?
2, 12. Okay, I give up. I can't remember the number. I know one of them. Yeah, I just forgot.
You're making my assignment harder than it needs to be, Sprat.
Well, I answered the question, but you're asking for more specific stuff.
Yeah, that's another one of the questions.
Okay, next.
How could you figure out the exact answer in your head?
You would do it in
You
your
have
head.
to give me the exact answer. That's my question. Give me the exact answer. Both of your hands are broken. You can't touch it. Both of your hands are broken. You can't touch it. They're broken. Emily.
What? I'm thinking.
Think about the ways that you use to estimate. Try using those ways that you were telling us about.
Like rounding it.
Can you use any of those to help get you closer to the correct answer?
I could. Maybe. I think. I didn't really pay attention to this because it was like 2 years ago.
So you said that you rounded 403 to 400. and then you rounded 96 to 100.
So now
So-
after you've rounded those, think about what you have left over.
How many does it take to get from 403 to 400?
Going backwards.
If you have 403 and you want to get to 400, how many do you have extra?
I said 3.
Okay. If you have 96, how many extra do you have to get to 100? 4. So what's 3 and 4?
3 plus 4, 3 minus 4.
3 plus 4.
7.
Okay. So what do you think the answer could be using that way?
7.
So 403 minus 96 is 7. No? What?
7.
7 what?
What? Was there $1? Oh, yeah, $7.
Is it? So 403.
70.
Okay.
I told you, I'm not smart.
You are smart.
Can't say that. Okay, do you want to go to the paper? Okay, so now, using a pencil and paper,
Oh, thank goodness.
how would you solve that problem?
I would go
So Tom has $403 and he spends 96.
I don't think that's right.
What did you get?
I got 300.
You got 307. So what did you do?
I forgot to. I went like this.
No, what did you? What's up here? Like, what did you do? You did just 403 minus 96, and you got 307.
Well, show me, like, walk me through the steps. Like, pretend that you're teaching a first grader how to
Oh
subtract.
gosh. Okay, so I did.
Talk loud so I can hear you.
Hi. I did. I couldn't do 3 minus 6, so I brought it from here, and that's 0, so I could. So the 0 brought it from the 4, so that was 3. Turn that to 10, then to a 9 is 13. 13 minus 6 is 7. 9 minus 9 is 0, and 3 minus nothing is 3.
Okay, cool. So, could you find this answer in another way? Can you think of any other ways that you could find it?
306 plus 1.
No, like using these numbers, like 403.
Like,
plus-
instead of setting it up this
Or-
way, is there another way that you could set it up to solve it?
Could go like. That wouldn't be a correct answer.
Okay, so that's one way to solve it. But are there any other ways that you could use a different way of solving it, like groups or money or anything like
I
that?
could do the circle group, but that would take forever because it's 96 and 49. And I learned that the circle group with like below 10 numbers in first grade.
Okay, but can you think of any other ways besides the circle group that would be a little bit faster?
Calculator,
Calculator. Any other ways?
the internet.
That's pretty much the same thing as a calculator.
Okay, potato. Anyway, no.
No? Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna get lectured again.
By who?
You.
Emily, I will fight you and not know that.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Do you want to read the second one?
Sure. So suppose a second grade student did not know what we mean by multiplying 4 times 6. How would you help him understand what 4 times 6 means? Do you have to read what some parentheses?
6 4 times.
Okay. If the student does not produce a story or... Oh, just kidding. You're not supposed to do that. Okay. So you said 6 4 times.
Or 4 6 times. Tomato. Backwards, forwards.
So, can you show me on your paper what you mean by 6 4 times or 4 6 times?
6.
But this is a second grader. Do you think second graders are good at adding 4 6s at the same time?
You could do 6 plus 6 and then 6 plus 6 and then
Is there another way that you can demonstrate it without using the actual numbers? like how we were talking earlier about groups, like using maybe images.
Because I think a second grader would know what 6 plus 6 is. So they could do that and then do that again, add the total, and then get that.
Okay, but so what if they're not good? What if they don't know all of their addition facts yet? Well, 24 is but so what if they're not good at their addition facts yet, and what if they don't know what 6 plus 6 is? How could you show them what 6 plus 6 is?
Maybe they'll know what 3 plus 3 is.
Without numbers. Just another way without numbers. Like, what are different ways that you can group things to show it? So, like, if I wasn't very good at addition and I needed a little bit of extra help, or multiplication rather, sometimes my teachers would have me draw a picture to help me. So could you draw a picture to help someone?
We were supposed to do that, but we never did that because the teacher said it wasn't real. So we just used our multiplication terms.
So pretend it's real.
Yeah, don't listen to that teacher. Just pretend it's real. So show me how you would do 4 groups of 6 or 6 groups of 4.
Draw a circle.
Okay. And then what are you going to put in those 4 circles? Is the camera looking at her? Can the camera see the paper?
Yeah.
So you have 4 circles with 6. Okay.
So how could the second grader figure out how many there were in these circles?
They could count the dots, then they could write the number, and then maybe they can make another one with those.
Okay. And so what do they do with these 2?
They add them.
How?
They count the dots.
Oh, they count the dots? Could they just count the dots in all of these? They could just count 1, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Could they count that way? Yeah? Okay.
So suppose that you know 4 times 6 is 24. How could you use that to figure out what 4 times 12 is?
6 times 2 is 12, maybe? Or 4 times 3 is 12? I don't think these fact families are going to help me here.
So, here, I'm going to flip your paper. Okay. So, you know that 4 times 6 is 24. So, now, using that, 4 times 6 is 24, you're going to try and figure out what's 4 times 12. So what's a way that you could show that?
Just leave the 4 how it is and multiply 6 times 2 and then get 12 and multiply that.
So how could you do it without doing it this way? Like, instead of writing it like this, what's another way you could do it?
You do the circles again.
You could do the circles again? Okay. Are there any other ways you could do it?
can make an array.
You can make an array. Show me.
I heard Christian doing this. I didn't learn this at my school because I didn't go to Kennedy in 2nd grade. Jen. Okay, now I gotta fill it.
What grade are you in, Abby?
6. I don't think I did that right.
Okay, so tell me your thinking on this.
Like, I heard Christian doing like array like 2 and 4. 2, 4.
Okay,
I-
but is 2 times 4 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? No. So for an array,
I didn't learn this.
it'd be like that for 2 times 4. It's just another way of grouping numbers to help you. Okay, so you said you could use the array, you could use it.
Ask your grandma. Okay, moving on.
So you said you could use like the standard math where you just put them in a line. You could use the array. You could use the circles. So how could you figure out what 40 times 6 was without writing it down?
At all?
Well, you can write things down, but you can't write like
40 times 6.
40 with 6. Okay. That's 6 is backwards.
That would be hard to do, sir.
Using, so you know that 4 times 6 is 24. And then and we know that 12 times 4 is, so 40 times 6. Using these ways that we did it, how could you do it?
This is technically just this multiplying this and just adding a 0.
Oh,
Yeah.
so would it just be
Yeah.
the same but with an extra 0?
So
How do you know?
Because 6 times 0 is 0, and then they would do 6 times 4, or 4 times 6, or whatever. And that would just be 24 adding a 0.
Okay.
So what would the answer be?
240.
Okay, check your work.
Good job.
Alright, so let's do some mental math.
Oh gosh,
You
I
ready?
hate this.
Count for me by tens, starting at 40, and go up to 120.
50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120.
Okay. So then count for me by adding tens, starting at 52, and go all the way up to 112.
62, 72, 82, 92, 102. 4,
What?
12. No, that wouldn't be right. 100.
102 plus 10.
112.
Okay, so read me this number.
456.
Okay, so what's 10 more than that number?
466.
What's 100 more than that number?
The number hundreds are just
This one.
556.
Okay. Now, you're done. Read this number for me.
506. 5,678.
What is 100 more than this number?
5,778.
What is 200 less than 5,678?
5,478.
So imagine counting by tens. Between which tens would 284 be?
Like, what would, if you were counting by 10?
Like 10, 20, 30,
So
40.
if I asked, what number would 30 be between? If we were counting by 10s.
3 times 10.
No, not what
Two
it
tens.
takes. So
would it be
if
between
I said,
50 and
hey
60?
Alexa,
Or would it,
what number is 30 between if I'm counting by 10s?
I would say 20 and 40.
So it's between those 10s. So what
284 would be between, what do you think?
283 and 285.
But we're doing 10s, not ones.
So you have the right idea, but think of the tens place. So not the
Here,
the
do you
4.
want to see the number?
Yeah. Oh, okay. 294 and then 274.
Yeah.
And then what 10s would 3,261 be between? Mental math.
Two thousand three, 261 and 2,461.
That would be 1,000. We're doing hundreds. The number is 3,261.
I thought it was 2361.
No, it's 3,261.
One, 3, 6, 3, 3, 6.
It's 3,261. So like this.
So it's you're doing the same thing that you were doing with the 284. So just focus on the tens place.
The hundreds.
Or the hundreds, just kidding. Did I? No, I thought it. No, it's the tens.
Oh, I was
Between
doing
which-
hundreds.
Between which tens? Yeah.
500, 3, 2, 5, 1, and 3, 2, 7.
Yes.
Can you tell me? Can you give me an example, like the problem we just did?
231 between what?
Between what?
10th place.
What would the answer be to?
Like 221 and then 211.
So 231 is between 211 and 221? Are you sure?
In the 10th place.
231 is between 221 and 211?
No, 1st place or 10th place?
The 10th place. So the number you gave me was
231.
231. And then you said it was between 221 and 211. So you think it goes 211, 231, 221? So then what is 231 in between?
221. 231, right?
What?
Something like that.
I just can't hear you.
Yeah,
guys
you-
playing here.
No. 2.
I get what you mean. Okay.
So now, suppose you had a $10 bill and you wanted to exchange it for all dimes. I don't know why you would ever want to do that. But so how many dimes would you get back for your $10 bill?
How many? How could you figure it out?
So first, how many dimes are in a dollar? Mm-hmm.
You have to speak up. We can't hear you over this.
Isn't it 10?
10? Okay. So how many dimes would be in $2? How many dimes would be in 3?
30, 40, 50, 100?
Okay.
We're gonna be able to hear it.
I don't think we will. So you have to talk like super loud right now.
Okay. Just talk like I'm at
I'm like just
my
sort of
house.
close it.
Yeah, talk like you're at your house pretty much. Okay. So you have $4 and you want to share the $4
So we
with
have to explain her reason. She didn't explain it.
Oh.
So
So
can you just tell us how you solved that for the $10 bill with all dimes?
I counted by 10s
Counted by tens.
and multiplied 10 times 10.
Do you want to do that? So you're going to. Okay, so then suppose you had $4 and want to share your money among 10 people. How much would each person get?
Why would I ever want to do that?
I don't know.
they use weird problems with things that you would never want to do.
So we have your $4, and you have to give it to 10 people. We're gonna have to, I think this is still considered like mental math, or can she use a pencil?
It's mental math.
So let's see. So can you give each person $1? No. So what do you think that you could do to?
Yes, sir. I can split the dollars in half, but I don't know if it'll be enough.
Okay, so if we split the dollars in half, how many people would you be able to give 50 cents to?
Eight.
8. So then we have 2 more people who still don't have it.
I'm gonna do 25.
Okay, how many people would get 25? So how many quarters are there in $1?
4.
How many dollars do we have?
4.
So how many quarters do we have?
4.
We have 4 quarters altogether?
Oh, 4 quarters. 16.
Okay. So how could that be split up equally between 10 people?
Could be.
Could it? Would each person get 1 quarter?
Then they would have some left over.
How many left over?
6.
Okay. Okay, so then how could you break up the last 6 quarters so everyone gets the same amount?
Could do it into like nickels
Nickels or
or dimes.
dimes? Okay. So how many... Let's do nickels. How many nickels are in a quarter?
4.
4. No.
But 5 times 4 is 25.
5
Right?
times
5 times.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5 times 5. And then how many quarters do we have left? So how many nickels would we have if each one had 6 in it?
I'm confused.
Okay, so what do you need help with?
So what did we figure out so far? So we first thought about splitting the dollars in half, but then we only had 8 people who got something. So then we decided to try to do 25 cents, and then that didn't work. We had 6 quarters left. So now we're going to use nickels and dimes.
Okay, so this is where we are right now. So when we split the dollar in half, 8 people get 50 cents, right? Okay. So when we use 25 cents, 10 people everyone got 25 cents, but we had 6 left over. So now we have to break up these 6 quarters so the 10 people get this exact same amount. Because think about you and your brother and your sister. If somebody was splitting up money, and let's say Sophia got more money, would you be very happy?
No, but we don't do that in our family because our parents are too cheap.
Okay, say... Emily, you're ridiculous, and I love you. Okay, so how are you going to split up the 6 leftover quarters?
Nickels.
Okay, or you could use dimes even, whichever's... Okay, then use nickels. So how many nickels did we say were in a quarter?
Nickels?
Nickels. 5? Okay. So okay, so 5 nickels are in a quarter. How many quarters do we have left over?
6.
So how many nickels are going to be in those 6 quarters? Huh? I can't, my ear is stuffed up, so I can't hear you, so I need
Can
to
we
stop.
just count by 5 and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Sure.
30, not 40. Then it could be 30.
30 nickels? Okay. So how many nickels will each person get if there's remember there's 10 people. So how many nickels do we have?
Nickels? 30.
How many people do we have?
10.
How many nickels does each person get?
10.
So
No. You can get get 10.
so that's 10.
They
Each
can
person
open-
gets 1 for 10.
And I'll get 3 nickels.
You'll get what?
3.
Okay, so each person gets 3 nickels. Okay, so everyone already had a quarter. So then they get 3 more nickels. What do they have total? What does each person have total if they have a quarter and 3 nickels?
40 cents.
40 cents? Okay. Is there an easier way that you could do this?
Maybe.
Show me it.
Could do the circle groups.
You could do circle groups. Or what else could you do? Show me how you would do a circle group.
Like do the 10. And I'm gonna do 25.
Okay, and then show how many. Or you do it. I'm actually not supposed to. Okay, cool. And now we are done.
That was all 6 questions.
Yep. Didn't take too long, right?